And the race is going to go on. 119 Austin Wagner under battle from the 70 car Burt Wilson. Burt Wilson's going to nose ahead. Oh my goodness, what a pass right there. Rise of the dead. The love, the hate, the sex, the truth, the jealousies that make us fools. Wake up this time. The joys, the chance, the life to lose. Our legacy is ours to choose. We're coming to the white flag this time. Will they make it to the start-finish line all the way around the tri-oval here? They're there. We're 2 by 2 on the last lap. But there's a 0-0, an 18 car, 1 car, 31 car, and they're wrecking in the front. For the lead, here's the race right here. Nick Gardner, Richard Holland, Ryan Daniels. Ryan W. Daniels, the 0-0 car, crossing the start-finish line, winning the opener here.
All right, WFO. Live at the CheckerWon Manufacturing, Indianapolis Motor Speedway this week. We're looking to get underway. We got our grid right here. Starting on the pole tonight, Vern Bradley with a 53.242, and his outside Nick Gardner in the 18. Coming back to the league, Troy Cook, 51, starting third tonight. Good to see his face back in the racing league, WFO. 31 Richard Holland going to start fourth tonight. Rick Pagone fifth. I believe that's your points leader. Got the win last week. Hal Amy to his outside in sixth position. Tyler Booth, seventh position tonight from Florida. 91 coming out there strong. Top 10. And Austin Wagner in the eighth position. Ninth position is going to go to Burt Wilson. Eric Blount in 11th. Glenn Jamison 12th. And Michael McCauley, who's, I believe, adminning for this race tonight. So he will not be in the field. And yours truly, Bradley Cooper, showing in a ninth position, is also not in this field tonight. But here we are. We're getting on, ready to go green. Pace car is pulling off. We're getting ready to go. Last turn here. Welcome, everybody, to WFO. Like I said, I'm Bradley Cooper. I'm the native broadcaster for this league on Tuesday nights. Picked it up. This is a great camera angle, this starting grid here. Country Time Lemonade. Gonna hit the loud pedal here.
Green flag, green flag.
And there they go. Little tire spin you see on that start, but 114 is gonna pull out. This track really favors his driving. He's a short track driver, but short tracks typically have that flatter turn radius, not a lot of banking. So this is definitely going to favor Vern Bradley's driving style, as he's really good about getting on the brakes and getting out of the corner at the right time. Draft's going to play a huge role at this track as well. Not unless they lose it, though. Nick Gardner's actually losing some ground to the 114. He seems to be getting a better run off the corner. It's taking him to Gapplebee's now. About 0.02 of a second gap on my timing and scoring, but that's going to have to change. I believe something's not working right. Might have to completely restart it. All right, there it goes. It's working correctly now. So an update for those of you that don't know. Been streaming consistently for a year and a half now. And we're giving away a gaming PC on the stream, so I just get that out of the way. Shameless plug, Mr. Bojangles 91 on Twitch. But right now, somebody's giving away the lead, and that's the rest of the field. Vern Bradley's pulling away. 0.77. Almost got it up to a second lead. You want to watch him. He's putting down some hot laps here. I hope he's not ever driving that thing. These guys might reel him back in after about 10, 15 laps. Don't know the fuel window in these cars. I'm going to guess it's around 19. But we're going to go through the field here. Look a bit. See what we got going on. As soon as I get my camera controls back up, I had to restart everything. All right, let's go to the exciting camera. We're looking back here at Rick Fagone. Tyler Booth behind him. This is for the 5th position. This field's kind of singled out. Taking away some laps. We got 80 laps here tonight. See a pretty big gap between 5th and 4th too. Richard Holland's kind of driving away. Troy Cook running in that 3rd position up there. Let's go in the gyro cam on board with Tyler Booth right now. Right up next to the wall. Got to be careful coming into one. You don't clip that safer barrier. It'll send you right to the bottom of the track. Pretty good line. As long as Tyler keeps those corners backed up the way he's got them, he should be able to get through and save those tires. Richard Holland's starting to put a little bit of pressure, starting to get a little closer to that 51. See if he can draft up to the back of that car. Richard's put together a string of top 3s like you wouldn't believe. I don't think he's finished outside the top 3 since we started this season. I think Milwaukee was his worst finish. And even that, I think, was a 3rd place or a 4th place, so. But look at Vern Bradley, still up there in the lead. 1.1 seconds ahead of the field right now. I would say anybody that had draft has lost it at this point. Let's go on board with him, kind of watch his line here for a second. Take a listen to that throttle. How he's getting on and off the turns here. Watch this brake point. Right about here. Back on the throttle. You can see that ass end's kicking out though. He's gonna have to watch that. As this run progresses, that thing will get a little bit looser if he's leaning on that right rear. He does like them loose and fast though. Especially at short tracks, flat tracks like that, you want that car a little loose because you have to have mechanical turn. These cars ain't getting downforce very much in general, but especially in these tracks where you're slowing down to a $130, $140. The spoiler really comes into play on that back tire. Here he comes off of 4. Great line. There he is, still about 1.1 ahead of the 2nd place driver, the 18, Nick Gardner. We interviewed Nick last week. He had a great race. It's good to see him put together a great finish. Texas is a tough track. I'm waiting for somebody to get brave and put their face on the hood of their car, though. And I don't have my YouTube chat up. It just occurred to me that I have no YouTube chat. So you guys have been saying hi to me. I apologize. I'm going to get that up right now. All right, hi, Diana. Nation says he's not even supposed to be here today. Oh, Nation, I'm up in the broadcast booth if you get bored. Doreen said go number 3. All right, let's go through the field a little bit more. Back here, Tyler Booth's got a little company on his back bumper. 22 Austin Wagner's been moving through the field quickly. But Austin Wagner up there in the 6th position. He's got a lot of ground to make up. Really close to that outside wall in the exit of 4. Back here under fire, Tyler Booth. Thought maybe he was saving those tires enough, but now Glenn Jamison's on the back door. Looking to the inside here. He's going to back this corner up, and he's going to get that advantage. Oh, how Amy's looking now. Here comes Howe down the backstretch. Howe's currently 9th, looking for 8th now. Burt Wilson. So that 91's falling quickly. There's a line punch right there. He might, ooh, got a little close to the wall there. Burt Wilson. Evolution Motorsports on the spoiler there. Makes it easy for me. So these guys are getting racy back here, looking for that top 10. Dyson back here. Eric Blout running in 11th right now. Having a quiet night so far. But I'll tell you who's not being quiet. That 114, he's out to prove a point. 1.7 seconds ahead of the field right now. And pulling away. Richard Holland was able to get around Troy Cook, who almost tags the outside wall. I think he kept it clean. Shout out to Troy Cook. Good to see him back in the league. Still driving the same paint scheme that he left off with. Taking a look at that thing right now. It's like he never left. If I'm not mistaken, I believe I made that paint scheme. In motion CBD. We've been consistently caution-free for 2 races in a row, Tuesday and Wednesday night. It's the first time in WFO history, I believe, that we went caution-free in both series. Texas was a great race to watch. Enjoyed it. It was a great race to be a part of. Truck Series was fun. Had a great time. I know a lot of guys don't like that track and that configuration. Wish the finish would have been different for me personally, but there's Rick Fagoon getting around there. So put Ricky up to 4th. I think that 51's starting to fall out a little bit. Competition is stout in here. That's what happens. That's what happens when you're gone for a while. You sit behind the desk, man. You forget the weight of a loaded gun. So again, moving through this field, Rick Fagoon looks like he's getting some momentum built up. Might have been saving those tires. Richard Holland now working on the back of the 18, Nick Gardner. About 2.5 seconds back. 114 is just pulling away from this field. Rick Fagone really flirting with that outside wall. Might have got a piece of it here. Let's take a look at that right side. Can't quite get a shot on it. Let's see if we can get a better angle. Looks clean. Doesn't look like he needs a Tide pen to clean it up yet. Might want to back those corners up a little bit more. Let it roll a little longer. But I think this is going to be the pass here soon. You can see Richards backing those corners up just a little bit more and rolling a little bit longer. He's trying to find that weak spot in that 18's line, so when he makes a mistake, he can get around him. Got little battles everywhere on the field right now. Guys working. I know it doesn't seem like they're doing much, but they're working hard. Go back here and look at Hal Amy. I think he got around a couple of these guys. Yeah, he got around that field and Tyler Booth, and he's up running 8th position right now. You can't tell people how to vote, Nation. I mean, you can. It's your constitutional right. But they don't have to listen. Nation, you should vote for the aliens. Haven't they programmed you to do that yet? With all the probes and stuff going in and out of you, I figured you wouldn't even be speaking English anymore. That's probably not even the real nation. It's just a clone put back on the planet to disguise himself as nation. Because the real nation would be in this broadcast booth right now. So these little battles starting to gap out a little bit. Rick Fagone pulling away from the 51 of Troy Cook. Ah, there he is. See? I play reverse psychology on you, Nation. All I have to do is talk a little shit, and then you pop right in.
Yeah, well, all right, it worked.
Mission accomplished. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing all right, buddy. How are you?
I'm alive. I think that's 90% of it.
Well, that's a good thing, though.
Yeah.
Depending well, depends who you are.
I'm pretty good at breathing oxygen.
I kind of suck at that lately.
Yeah?
Yeah, you know.
I wish some people weren't so good at it.
Oh, God damn, dude.
My grandpa always used to yell about people. You're breathing my oxygen. Well, you know, if it wasn't in a tank, Grandpa. Lay off.
Dude, you can't say that. I'm the one that says all the bad shit, but you can't say that.
I can't say what?
Can't talk about your grandpa's oxygen tank.
Why not?
Well, there is no reason why not, because I've said way worse than that, but that's me.
You know, people that get really paranoid about those oxygen tanks and people that smoke around them, oxygen itself is not flammable. It needs a fuel. It's an accelerant, but it's not flammable.
Well, yeah, but, I mean, you do have oxygen torches, so
yeah, but they still use a fuel. There's still argon or something that's actually fueling it.
Oh, I have
all right.
Acetylene in it.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's still.
Fuck, I don't know.
There's still something fueling it. There's a base fuel. The oxygen accelerates it, right? So we got pit stops here, Nation. You want me to? You got this track? You want to throw it up live for you?
No, I'm on my phone, dude. I'm sitting in the goddamn parking lot again.
Well, you can watch it on your phone.
This is my day off.
Why are you? What?
Because some little bitch decided he wanted to quit tonight, so I'm here on my day off.
Yeah, it sounds like 4.3 million other people feel the same way.
Probably.
Yeah, that's about how many people have dropped out of the workforce in the past month. But I'll share my screen anyway.
I won't be able to see it, Coop.
Oh, yeah, you can.
I can't. I'm on my phone, dude. Oh, look at that. Well, there you are.
I told you. I told you you could see it. Vern Bradley on and off pit road perfectly. You even have the grid and everything, man. You got everything. Where they're running right now, who's on the screen. I got the overlays in there.
And I don't, for the record, people, I don't pay Coop anything.
For the record, now Richard Holland, I don't think got on and off pit road quite the same, but he's not too far back. And he did get around Nick Gardner.
I hear my boy Troy Cook might be in the race tonight.
Yes, he is. Currently running in the 6th position, I believe. Looks like he's a little loose coming off of there.
Did you say you painted his car?
I don't remember. I remember painting a car for him a long-ass time ago.
I can't see
I don't
it
know if
good
that's
enough
him or...
I don't think I painted it.
I remember he wanted it black with just blue stripes, and I made him one. I can't remember if that's the same one or not. I'll ask him if he makes the top 3.
Oh, he's going to make top 3.
I feel like that's it, man, because I remember those logos and moving that stuff around, HARM on the hood.
That might be it, dude.
It looks like he's running the exact same paint scheme from back in the day.
I told him today I was going to paint him a new car, and I didn't do it. I fell asleep. Because I had to get up and work tonight.
I tell you, they were talking about the statistics of all that and what's going on, and some of it's just belligerent stupidity, like people quitting their job with no safety net whatsoever. They're just like, I don't want to work anymore. But the UAW at John Deere, now that's a 40,000 people strike, you know?
Right.
They're going on strike at several places. It's not just John Deere. There's a strike, I believe, for Amazon workers and all kinds of shit going on right now. There's a healthcare place in California.
Amazon?
I don't know, man. I think a lot of people are pissed off because of the bonuses that they were offering. Not to get political, but a lot of these companies were offering $1,000 bonuses if you stayed with them for 60 days. And, you know, they got full-time employees working through the pandemic, and they did nothing for them, you know?
The, quote, pandemic?
Yeah, and it's just, you know, it's kind of like a kick in the nuts when, I mean, it's already bad enough that you work at Taco Bell, right? But they hire your, you know, ex-best friend from high school, and he works there, and you know he's a douchebag. He works there 60 days, gets his $1,000 and quits, and now you got to pick his shift up.
Yay,
And what the company didn't do anything for you, you know? I can see why people are upset.
I don't work at Taco Bell. I work at a fucking hotel.
I don't know if I've ever disclosed where I work, but I'm a mechanic for Toyota right now, and it's kind of the same, gist, you know.
Toyota.
I can't.
I don't think so.
I know there's a T in there somewhere.
There's a T, and I think there's a Yoy somewhere, and I believe there's a 9 in it.
Yeah. No, they like 4s, man. RAV4, 4Runner.
Yeah, Highlander. What's the really big one?
Land Cruiser.
Yeah, that's it. That's like an $80,000 SUV.
Yeah, they're gonna quit making them too.
Yeah, I would have a long time ago.
There's still a market for them, man. Look at the Chevy Suburban.
Nobody buys that shit anymore.
I don't know. I see them a lot at Starbucks, causing traffic jams.
You know what? I'm actually looking at a Starbucks right now. It's right across the street.
Yeah?
Ain't
Is there any
nobody
Suburbans
there.
in the parking lot? It's
Nope,
closed.
There's nobody there. No, it's open. There ain't nobody there. And on
So
that note,
it just got interesting, Nation.
what's up?
There's how Amy's working his way up to the 7th position.
Get the goddamn camera off him.
He's looking at the backside of Eric Blout right now.
You know what happens when you put the camera on him?
Oh, we already saw him clip that outside wall. It looks like Blout actually hit the wall. He's up in the outside. So put Hal up to 7th.
I can't see the YouTube chat, so if anybody has cussed me out, well, sorry, didn't see it.
It's just typical, where's Nation and Hi Nation and how are the
right
aliens?
Here. Dude, it's been a long day, man.
I tell you what,
Sir.
I know you had a guy call off tonight.
Yep.
Or quit or whatever.
He's just a general douchebag.
Is that his name, General Douchebag?
It should be. That should be on his birth certificate, yes.
That is his call sign?
Yes.
Today and yesterday, we were short 4 employees.
Okay.
So 4 technicians. I've turned more hours in 2 days than I have probably the last week.
Right, but
Because of flat rate.
you're going to make overtime, right?
No, there's no overtime, but what I can do is turn jobs faster than what they pay. So like if it calls for 4 hours labor and I get it done in 2.5, I still get paid 4 hours.
Look at you, you fucking overachiever.
Which doesn't happen too often. Typically with warranty, it's a bright spot on, or you lose a little time. But sometimes you get repetitive jobs that you get good at. You know what size ratchet you need. You know that little trick to get that screwdriver in there and break it apart or whatever.
And you got to go find that elusive 10 millimeter.
Yeah, I think there's a drawer somewhere in heaven filled with those things.
You know how
I don't
many
know where
10
they go.
millimeters I've lost in my life? A lot.
Doesn't matter if it's deep well, shallow, semi-deep,
Nope.
swivel. Every
If
10
it says
millimeter in the
10
world.
millimeter on it, you're going to lose it.
I like to think that there's a magnet in the landfills that picks all of those up.
All the ones that say 10 millimeter.
Yeah, just the 10 mils, no 14s or 11s or just the 10s.
Nah, fuck all that. Fuck all those dumb things.
Right.
Yeah, I've lost a 10 millimeter a time or two.
I'll tell you what, Vern Bradley is checking out from this field. He's 3.5 seconds ahead of Richard Holland in second right now. Just give you a little perspective. Let's run on board with Richard Holland. You can barely see him.
Far ahead of Richard Holland, you're doing pretty good.
Told you this track favors his driving style. Vern loves a flat track like that.
I thought he hated this track.
Well, he loves to drive those short tracks like Milwaukee and stuff that are really flat.
Yeah,
So I think it's be right up his alley.
Mile track.
Yeah, but it's got those really slow, flat corners. I think that fits his wheelhouse.
I don't know, man. If you're ahead of Richard Holland, you're doing something right.
Looked like he was driving the dog shit out of it. I was afraid he was over driving it, but it doesn't seem to be the case. As you see, he's out to 3.5 second lead. Nick Gardner in third position, about 2 seconds off of Holland.
How many laps are we doing?
80 laps. We're at 27 of 80, so we're almost halfway.
God damn it.
They're taking them off pretty quick, Nation. No cautions yet tonight. They're doing a really good job. Might have a back-to-back Twisted Tuesday. But caution free.
Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
Oh, I said it. Oh, Nick Gardner just blanked out for a second there. Somebody turned on the microwave, knocked the Wi-Fi out.
That happens every now and again.
Used to happen all the time where I used to live. I lived in a trailer for a long time. Probably about the first 4 years that I was out on my own. And the soon-to-be wife at the time, she forgot that she was washing dishes. And you know how circuit breakers are in a trailer, man. It's 20 amps and that's it,
Right, that's it. That's all you get.
So she was running the dishwasher and she turned on the microwave to thaw out some food and popped the circuit breakers along that entire wall. I was in the middle of probably like my 5th or 6th race on iRacing ever in a league. And I was running pretty good. I was running 3rd at the time. And the power went out. Nah. Yeah.
Nice.
You want to talk about grounds for divorce? I think that would be justifiable.
I'm not going to comment on that.
Also,
Yes,
speaking
sir.
of that, I have a pretty sweet ass costume for Halloween trick or treat this year.
Oh, God damn it. What? All right, tell us what it is.
Have you been in my stream lately and seen me dressed up as a Bud Light bottle yet?
No, and I pray to God I never see that. Why? Why would you do that?
Well, there's no costumes for divorce papers, so.
No, they're pretty straightforward. They got a fucking lawyer that comes in there in a suit. He can fucking suck a dick. Fuck him.
So it's either drink the beer or to get a divorce, you know? Like, there's no in between.
Really? There's not an in between?
No. If I quit drinking,
It seems like the drink the beer is the in between.
If I quit drinking, somebody's living on their own.
Oh, dude, if I quit drinking, somebody's gonna die. I'm just saying, dude.
They say I got a drinking problem, and I got no problem drinking at all, so I'm pretty good at it.
I ain't got a problem at all with it.
So they pitted about lap 20. It was right in the window, I guessed correctly. Vern Bradley
So
on and
you
off
go
pit
20
road
laps.
perfectly. They get about 20 laps. I think it was lap 20 that they came down in the second stint, so they're going to probably pit lap 40, 41, somewhere in there.
And we're doing 80?
80 of them, yep. Yes, sir. You
Fuck
see Vern
that.
really throwing the rear. He's leaning on that rear tire hard. He's rolling it.
It's
Watch
the
this thing
paint, dude.
kick out. It's that paint. Yellow is a fast color.
I gotta make him a new paint. I hate that paint.
You hate that paint?
I hate it.
Well, he's doing well with it tonight. You know, I'd have to say that part of it has to do with this track in the daytime. There's no night configuration for this track. There's no lighting around it. So that might be coming into play here. A little bit greasier, a little bit slicker. And Vern likes that track loose. He said that. Loose and fast.
Vern's a hard one to play with, man. He can wheel.
Cindy says hi, by the way. I just
Hi,
saw
Cindy.
that. Bill Spencer says hi.
So, Bill, I'm sitting in a parking lot. Sorry, I can't see what you're saying.
You know, apparently I'm getting really bad about reading chat, and I did it in my stream last night. Wife was mad as hell. She came into the stream to watch it, and she said she talked to me 6, 7 different times. Called me a douchebag because I fell off a building and broke my legs, and, you know, I play that Call of
Who's
Duty and all
that?
that. Yeah, she's making fun of me. I never read it, and I swear to this day, like, I never saw those messages. I don't think she actually sent them.
What have you been married like a week? You're gonna get your ass kicked.
No Nation, it's really simple.
Is it?
We got a
Because I've
timeout
been
chair.
married 17 years and there ain't nothing simple about it.
Well, do you have a timeout chair?
I would like one, yeah.
You got to set it next to the kitchen table so she has the illusion that she's there to converse, but really she's in timeout.
One of those tiny little chairs where you're like you can't even see the top of the kitchen table.
And one of those snap clicks, you know, that you always pinch your fingers in when you're putting them in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what my timeout chair would look like.
Yeah. I think they still have those at
I'm not
Cracker
even
Barrel.
supposed to be here today,
I'm gonna get you in trouble. Is what's gonna happen.
dude. You can't get me in any more trouble than I've already got myself in.
You know, if you get really adventurous, you could just have rope in the bed. That's a timeout chair too.
You know, my wife, she might be watching this, so yeah, I guess you can get me in more trouble than I'm already in.
Well, if the message gets relayed back to her, don't be surprised if you wake up tied up. That's all I got to say.
That's fucked up, dude.
Furry handcuffs, lose the key.
They're not even furry. They're just like fuck you handcuffs. They're like Auschwitz fucking handcuffs. So fuck
What you
this.
do is you just swallow the key and say, I'll see you tomorrow.
Oh, God damn it. Yeah, you can't get me in more trouble than I'm already in. Fuck you, Coop.
So we got a little voting going on. Looks like we got two for nation. Yeah, we got two for nation. Two for Troy and one for Hal right now.
I'm voting. I already did
Oh
vote.
my God, Vern Bradley just about swung it out there. He might be pushing this thing a little too hard.
No, not Vern.
Boy, that thing stepped out on him. Let me go back and look at that real quick. We're going to go back. Rewind.
Good Lord, you're going back too far. Yeah, it looked like he might have scraped it right there.
It was close.
Yeah, he hit it.
It looks clean. He's bringing her down pit road.
Somebody's running my paint and they didn't scratch it? Wow.
You need to change the quality of your paint, Nation. Two
I have
coats.
no quality.
2 coats.
I have no quality. All I do is try.
Paint it, decal it, and then paint over that and decal it again, so if they scrape the wall, you won't know.
I told Vern I was going to paint Hal's right side like it was already fucked up. I was just going to paint it that way. So that way when he fucked it up, it didn't matter because that's what the paint looked like.
Back of Hal's car says, dude, that's sweet. Dude, what's mine say?
You don't have an ARCA car.
Sweet. What's mine say?
You don't have an ARCA car.
You don't even know what I'm quoting right now.
I don't. I'm watching your stream, so I don't know.
It's a movie, Nation.
Chat, I can see it.
Dude, where's my car? You ever seen that?
Oh, yeah.
They get tattoos and they're on their backs, and then
Yeah.
he's like, dude, what's mine say?
Dude, sweet. Dude, sweet.
What a stupid movie.
We are too stupid to actually be doing this. You know that, right?
I agree.
Okay. Well, as long as we agree. All right. Okay.
So they brought it down pit road at lap 36. I was wrong, Nation. It might have been like lap 17 that they came down pit road. Lap 18.
Or they might have just pitted early.
I don't know. We'll see. Lap 37, it looks like everyone's cycled through. No cautions yet. Vern Bradley about 2.5 ahead of Richard Holland. I think he was losing ground. That might have been why he was pushing it. I think Richard was reeling him back in.
Richard's, I tell you what, he's a hard one to play with.
Yeah, you don't make mistakes with Richard Holland. He'll make you pay for
No,
them.
especially when he's right in your mirror, you don't play around.
So give you a little perspective here. Vern doesn't look like a little dot anymore, so we'll see what happens. A few laps go by.
But also, the Vern's another one you don't want to play with.
Yeah, Vern can put him down. He's putting him down right now. Pretty consistent line the whole race, and he seems to be getting around this place a little bit different than everyone else. He's 2.5 still. You got pretty much nobody behind these two. Nick Gardner, probably a good 5 seconds off, 6 seconds off of Richard Holland.
How far is Richard from Vern?
2.4.
Damn.
It keeps going up. So Vern's really putting it down. You got Rick Fagone running in the 4th position right now. He was working on the 18 there before these pit stops. I think he might have cycled got to have a bad pit stop or missed a stall. I don't know what happened. Back here in the 5th position, Glenn Jamieson. Solid night for him. He's got around Troy Cook. He's pulling away from Blout. He's pulling away from a lot of them. So right there, 5th position. Blount is running in the 6th place. Now we saw Blount hit the wall earlier. I'm not sure what happened to Hal Amy. He's back in 7th. He had gotten around Blount, but Blount was able to get back around him, and somewhere in pit stops, or maybe Hal hit the wall.
I don't know. Again, I'm sitting in the parking lot on my goddamn phone. That's just the way it is, bro.
There's Burt Wilson running in the 8th position. Tyler Booth behind him. These guys are winding down the laps. Tyler Booth, his qualifying effort was pretty good. He was starting in the 5th position. But kind of fell off there about 10 laps in, and it never stopped. Troy Cook 1 lap down. Troy's having a struggle tonight. First race back at WFO. It's kind of a tough one to come back into.
Yeah, Indianapolis is not a fun track. Unless you're in an Indy car, then it's a fun track.
Yeah, this track definitely favors aero grip over mechanical grip. These cars really weren't made to drive this place.
No. That's why they're called Indy cars. They were made for that track.
To be fair, though, I don't think the track was ever really designed for a specific car. It was built in 1908, and it was paved with
that shit, didn't you?
It was paved with bricks, Nation.
No, that's a brickyard. That's the finish line is a brickyard. It's a yard wide and takes up the, I guess, the whole width of the track.
I believe originally the entire track was bricks in the corners, at least.
In 1908?
Yeah.
You fucking Googled that, didn't you?
I didn't.
Yes, you did. Don't lie.
The inaugural race of the Indy 500 was 1908. I just know that. I don't lie. We can bring
Because
up the
you
old
Googled
Googles.
it.
I didn't Google shit.
Oh, yes, you did.
I'll Bing it. Who's using Google?
Bing. Who uses Bing?
This guy.
Damn it. Go. Just when I start liking you. And fuck, what time am I supposed to be here? Oh, not till 11. Never mind.
You don't even know what time you're supposed to start?
Dude, my days run into each other. So, I mean, I go to work like, let's say I go to work and it's Sunday. I get off work, it's Monday. So my days just kind of run into each other.
Got a car in the wall here in front of Troy Cook, I think. Couldn't figure out who it was.
God damn it, you're going to make me put my goddamn glasses back on.
Are your glasses made out of soup cans or something? What the hell was that noise?
That was a beer can, by the way.
That's
just
good.
To clarify.
Only in West Virginia.
Dude, only in any goddamn state I happen to be in at the time. And fuck you, you work in West Virginia.
Unfortunately, I do. Oh, I was off by a year, Nation. I was off by a year. It's 1909.
See, you can't even Google right.
Buddy, I was going off of, like, brain knowledge there.
You don't have brain knowledge.
Yeah, I do. I'm like the human Wikipedia, bud. I have all kinds of useless knowledge.
Okay, I'll definitely give you that.
True or false? You ready?
True.
You didn't even ask, like... I didn't even get to ask the question. This is why you didn't do good in school. You gotta let the question come out first, Nation. That's how that works.
Oh, really? Because I just like to answer first.
There's no D all of the above. It's a true or false, okay?
Okay, let's go.
Kangaroos are mammals.
Well, yeah, true.
That's false, Nation. It's false.
They're marsupials, but they're still mammals.
No, marsupials is its own class.
No, that's marsupials are the thing with little pockets in them.
Yeah. Mammals are considered live birth.
Well, I don't know how kangaroos give birth. Fuck.
On the kangaroo pouch, the little...
Yeah, the little pouchy thing. The little...
Yeah, that's where they nurse, and then they incubate in there.
No shit.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta go get my mask. You're starting to scare me.
You better put on a tinfoil hat, buddy.
Yeah, maybe one of those two.
All right, so that's enough. That's enough Bing for me tonight. I learned what I wanted to learn. 1909, guys. I couldn't find the information about the bricks.
Binging stuff. Nobody says binging. Hey, you want to bing that? No, they say Google.
Yeah, the reason I use Microsoft Edge is because my Google typically renders my computer useless.
Really?
Yeah. Google likes to intrude on every application that you run. Uses way too much RAM.
Well, then Google has a lot of history on me then.
Now, I'll use Google search browser, and I use Firefox as my web browser,
That's
typically.
what I use.
And their VPN service is great.
So, is there anybody in the chat? Because, again, I can't see it.
How did Troy get a lap down? Did he crash? Asked Cindy. I believe he missed pit road.
Is that Cindy Bartlett?
That would be Cindy Bartlett.
She's awesome.
Yeah, Cindy, I think he might have actually missed pit road and had to come back around and got lost a lot of time.
Excuse me.
Just out of practice. I don't think Troy's actually raced at all since he's been gone. So I think he just kind of had it on a whim.
On a non-Bing or Google note, Troy has won real car championships.
Is that right? Is that where he's been?
Yes. Yeah, that's what he's been doing.
Oh, hell yeah, good for him.
I believe it's dirt track.
No shit. I haven't spoken to Troy for probably a solid year and a half, so
Troy's a good guy.
good for him, man. Is he running super late models or?
It was he sent me pictures of it. It was a weird shaped car. So yeah, it might have been a super late model.
Modified late models, I don't know.
It was like a short, flat car.
Short flat car.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's probably a late model.
Nice looking car. I mean, it was.
Guy at work always says asphalt's for driving, or dirt's for racing and asphalt's for getting there.
Well, I don't know about all that.
That's what he always tells me. He's a dirt track guy too.
Does he drive a Dodge?
I need to fix my... Yeah, actually, I think he is a Chrysler guy.
Okay. That answers everything we needed to know.
Get these back up here where it's supposed to be. 32 laps to go, Nation.
Oh, goddamn. I got to be working in an hour and 10 minutes.
Well, I think they're going to wrap it up before you need to go into work. Vern Bradley,
Well,
almost 4 seconds
when I
ahead.
say into work, I means I have to walk through that wall right there.
Laps led for that
Fortunately, the door
114. He's led all 68 laps that we've ran here tonight. Or 58 laps.
Oh,
I don't even know.
That doesn't mean we're going to have to interview him, right?
No, we can just skip right over it if you want.
Yeah, fuck, we'll skip right over it.
Okay. Well, hi, how are you? Good race. Moving on.
Hey, how you doing? Now we're done.
I thought you said you wanted the exclusive with that.
No. Fuck and no.
Tell you what, they still got some pit stops to do, though. Not trying to curse anybody, but the race ain't over yet.
So what'd you say, 20 laps?
31 to go.
But I mean 20 to pit?
Yeah, about 18, I think, somewhere in that window. And, you know, come to think of it, they might have pitted on lap 20 on the last one, but they're so spread out now that they're not drafting each other, and I think that might have played a role in it.
Well, Vern looks like he's all alone.
Yeah, there's a 4-second gap between him and Richard Holland, and then an even bigger gap from Holland back to your third-place driver, Nick Gardner. He's 11 and a half, almost 12 seconds from Vern Bradley. So,
damn, man.
The closest
That's
cars together.
Right there.
The closest cars together on the field right now. I'm looking here. Glenn Jameson and Rick Fagone seem to be the closest together.
Well, Coop, you've had Richard Holland in your front glass and you had him in your rearview mirror at times. Which one would you rather?
With 10 to go, I'd rather have Richard Holland in front of me.
Yeah, he's a beast, man. I mean, he's just badass.
I say that because it doesn't happen very often, but if he does make a mistake or uses something up, I want to have that exact opportunity with 10 to go to get around him and leave. I don't want to give him a chance to get back under him and pull up to me again. You know what I mean?
It's Richard Holland. He's not going to make a mistake. God damn.
He's made mistakes before. Don't let him fool you. He is human. He's on pit road right now. Let's see what he's got.
He's a motherfucker I would not want in my rearview mirror.
Looks like he might be short pitting Vern Bradley here. Trying to get a tire advantage, maybe. Let's see what goes on here. All 4 tires on the Impossible Chevrolet. Back out on the track. That flat access road to get off pit road is very deceitful.
Yeah, I hate that thing.
See, Richard actually used the brakes to get into the second turn of it. There he goes. He's on the blue cone. He's come back up on the track. I was going to say, I figured I would pan over to the 114. He'd be on pit road, so Rick Fagone followed him down pit road. Look how much of a gap there is between the two of these guys.
That's fucked up, dude.
Vern is already in his stall. Right sides are up. Right side's going down. So Vern's going to be on and off pit road before Ricky even gets the right sides up off the ground.
Yeah, he's...
Len Jameson, a little race off pit road here.
That's Hal Amy behind him, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Get the camera off him.
He can't hit the wall in pits.
Just don't put the camera on him.
What, are they going to leave a lug nut loose? He'll be fine.
That'd be Hal's luck. Yeah, they forget to put a tire back on.
Cindy says it's a modified. So there you go.
Okay. He sent me pictures of it. I just never seen one of those cars.
You can't see shit without your glasses.
Fuck you.
Your beer goggles. Oh, little scrape on the wall for the 114. Looks like he's trying to run away here. Chasing down Nick Gardner. My scoring is all messed up, so don't pay any attention to what's going up there. 13 and 8. It makes no sense at all. But Richard Holland is in his mirror.
That's a bad day right there.
Richard might have been sandbagging it. Let's see. They're going to have to pit again before the end of this. 27 to go. They're not going to make it. Might split the run here. See what Richard does. I'm excited. I'm betting. This is just me, but I'm betting 15 to go. This is where Holland is going to aim. He always splits the run. With that
Richard's
18 to 19 window. Go ahead,
He's
Nation.
just a guy I don't want to play with.
Well, I tell you right now, the gap that was happening on the track earlier in this race has not been sustained. Richard's been beating him on pit road. I think he's made up a lot of ground, and now he smells blood. So let's see what happens. We got 26 to go. Your leader right now, Nick Gardner. I guess he's back to third. My scoring was way messed up, so Vern Bradley's back in the lead. Richard Holland, 1.5 seconds within that lead, so shaking out, man. It's shaking out. Let's see where these guys end up. Glenn Jameson's Glenn Jameson's starting to shake and bake. Looks like he's up on the 10 car here. He's smelling some blood. Right on board with Glenn. Glenn's been having a solid night, Nation. Looking good out there. See Ricky a little loose, coming off of 1. Glenn's letting it roll. That's a good corner for Glenn. He's figured something out. He's going to draft right up next to this 10 car. I think he's debating if he wants to try to take it on the outside or not. Now Ricky's going to let him have that spot. I think he kind of gave it up. Oh, 10 car, I think, brushed the wall.
I think he might just be waiting.
So put Glenn Jamison up to the 4th position. Good move by Glenn. All right, let's look back here. Tyler Booth is out. Austin Wagner off the track. We're looking back here to 9th position. Troy Cook, 1 lap down. Still out there putting some laps down. Well, like we said, Nation, it's a tough track. It's not fun to come back to this place for your first race, so.
No, it really isn't. But what are we doing next week? Are we doing Talladega next week?
Well, let me see here. Let me pull up the web browser. I said I wasn't going to do it, but here I am.
There you go. Excuse me.
Let's go ahead and check out the schedule here for K&N.
ARCA.
Well, it's labeled as the K&N Pro Series.
Yeah. We know that, but it's ARCA.
That's what I have to click on when I go in there. So right now we're running race number 7 at Indy. Next week is Dover.
Oh, fuck that track.
Agreed.
Yeah, that track's. Well, you're gonna have to run it too.
Yeah, I know. I usually get a top 5 at that track.
Tell you what, you get a top 5, I'll send you $10.
I'll tell you what, if I just finish, it'd be great.
No, you got to get a top 5.
I'm saying finish because how long did I run in the top 3 there last week and blew it in the last
You
pit
did
stop?
pretty good last week. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you, but you get a top 5 at Dover, I will send you $10 cash.
Sounds like a pretty good deal, chat. Michael McCauley says Dover. Thank you, Michael. Oh, Troy's struggling a little bit. He just tagged the apron there, got really loose.
Get the goddamn camera off him.
All right, we're going to put it on the leader here. Vern Bradley's got it stretched back out to 3 seconds on Richard Holland.
Damn.
So he's checked out. Let's see if Richard can short pit him. Maybe a little strategy is going to come into play. We're getting into that window, Nation. 21 to go.
You're going to have to pit.
I don't think anyone's going to chance 2 tires unless you're really, really desperate for a top 3. I just don't see it being an advantage.
No,
With how spread out.
I wouldn't do it.
Field is so spread out, I don't think you're going to make up enough time. Nick Gardner, 14.5 seconds back here. And he is disappearing. I don't know what's going on with his internet tonight.
Ah, shit, that sucks.
And Nick's not running bad lap times. He put down a 53 there at the start of this stint, but his fall off is a good second. Within 10 laps, he's fallen off a good second now. So he seems to be falling off faster than these top two.
So if Vern Bradley wins this, that means we have to talk to him, doesn't it?
You know the format, Nation. You've been here before.
No, never been here.
I can tell you right now, there's a
the wallpaper and shit.
there's a chance we might be talking to this 63.
No, that'd be cool too.
He's working his way up there. He's within probably a good 2 seconds or so of Nick Gardner. 3 seconds maybe.
All right.
He's working on it. We'll see how this shakes out because we're getting into that pit window. He might make up all that time when they pit. 20 to go. WFO, CheckerWon Manufacturing, ARCA Series, Tuesday nights, 9 p.m. So next week we'll be at Dover. Tomorrow night, Truck Series, so don't miss that. Yours truly will be in that race. Nation 01, Vern Bradley will be broadcasting.
Well, we'll try.
I'll tell you what, another shameless plug. You guys check out the stream, Mr. Bojangles 91. If you guys want to see an onboard camera view, look at my face, animated face, not the one on my truck bed. That also goes live at 9 p.m. on twitch.tv.
Mm-hmm.
And Mr. Bojangles Chevrolet is going to try to finish in the top. I don't even know. I don't even know where I'm going to finish at this track.
I'm telling you, you get top 5, I'll send you $10.
Well, at Dover, but here I don't know what I'm going to do.
Oh, here? No, I'm talking Dover.
Yeah, I don't make any promises for where I'm going to end up at this place.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a bitch.
Both these tracks kind of are a bitch. At least Dover has banking, you know.
Yeah, but it's a tiny little track.
All right, Nation, are we going to have a taker on pit road here? Is Nation thinking maybe pit with your fuel or do we split the run? What do you think?
I don't know, dude.
They can make it if they pit now. They can make it to the end.
Vern is always going to take 4 tires. That's Vern. That's just what he does.
Yeah, I'm not questioning that. I believe everybody in this field is going to take 4. What I'm thinking about here is when do you pit? You're in that window now where you can make it to the end.
How many laps to go?
18 of 17 now. I think from here on out they're guaranteed to finish, but they can stretch it out another 3 or 4 laps, I think. Where is that window for these guys? Do you short pit, maybe make up a couple seconds on these guys? You know, Richard Holland can pit right now. No, Vern doesn't, but if these guys behind him pit, might force his hand to pit earlier than he wants to.
No, dude,
Richard,
that's a tough call.
if Richard could sneak on pit road without anybody knowing, could make up a second or 2 on fresher tires. He can make up a second or 2 pitting, getting on and off pit road. Here he comes, Vern Bradley, right now coming down pit road. And Richard Holland is staying out.
That's a tough call.
$16 laps to go. We're going to stay on Vern Bradley, make sure he gets into his stall nice and clean. I can tell you what that 114 doesn't want right now is a caution.
No, fuck that.
So I think Vern might have forced their hand. I think they're going to have to come down pit road this time. Because when Vern goes back out there, he's going to have some fresh tires, and they're going to be running fast.
Still, you got Richard Holland behind you, and that is not a guy you want behind you.
I think Richard's only hope here is if they do get a caution, so I think he's going to stretch this out as far as he can. In the hopes that in 2 laps he does get one. He's your leader right now, about 10 seconds ahead of Nick Gardner. Vern Bradley's back out on the track. There's Nick right there, right in the second position. Glenn Jamison up to 3rd now. And Rick Fagone on his back door. So here's the battle's been happening all night. They're shaping it up again. Coming up on pit stops, and Ricky's back to him. A little bit of a slump race for Rick Fagone tonight. Had a great week last week at both races. There's Hal Amy on pit road. Hal is currently running in the 6th position. You got another car coming down pit road. That's Burt Wilson. So, hell yeah for Hal Amy. Great run for him right now. And there's Richard Holland down pit road. So, let's see how this cycles out. I think Richard might have lost a lot of time staying out there with the 114 is coming. Vern behind Blout right now. Blout is a lap down. I believe he might have got the lap back, and now he's going to go a lap down. Nick Gardner, I believe, is on pit road right now, or came down pit road. I don't know if he's still out there. It's scoring him as a leader, but I'm not 100% sure. You got Rick Fagone in 2nd. So these guys are really stretching this fuel run. They're going to have to pit this time by. I'm fairly certain they're not making it any further than this. Wow. Wow. 12 laps to go. I'm not trying to kill the ending of this thing, but I can promise you.
I'll be right back.
Cook Racing says, got a pit road penalty with no caution. It's impossible to recover. Also tagged the wall, parked the 51 for the night. Not a good racetrack for me. I'm just glad to be back at WFO. We're glad to have you back. Corey, it's good to see you. Or Corey. Why did I call you Corey? Troy Cook. You know what? That's on me. I saw Cook, and that's my bad. Troy, it's good to have you back. We appreciate you coming out. Better luck next week. It's hard to just sit back down in this thing and pick it up like you left off. It'll take a couple weeks to work the rust off, but I see you back up in that top 5. Are you going to just rush the Tuesday night? Or are you going to run the trucks with us, too?
Son of a bitch, it's cold out there.
We're welcoming back the Troy Cook. Do you know how to sing Creed with arms wide open? Can you do that?
I know the song, yes.
Can you sing it?
Hell no.
You gotta, like, gurgle your voice. And...
Dude, I couldn't carry a tune in a bucket.
With arms wide open. Something like that.
Nope, that's not for me.
There's Nick Gardner. 11 laps to go, and he finally brought it down pit road. I was starting to wonder about that 18, if he was going to make it to the end. Man, he really stretched that fuel run out. He must have been saving something fierce. Here comes the guy to take the lead here down the backstretch. Richard Holland struggling back there with some lap traffic. Got him too wide in front of him. This is for position in front of Richard Holland. Actually, no, I take that back. Blount is actually a lap down, so Burt Wilson is actually just trying to get his way around that lap car as well. Last car on the lead lap, right here. Hal Amy in 6th position. But there's your leader right there.
Mr. Bradley.
As soon as they cycle through, it's coming around the track. That ticker will change and put him P1. Richard Holland really had to struggle with those lap cars, but I think it's such a gap here. I don't think it would have mattered. I can tell you as a driver, when you run a respectable race like Richard did tonight, and you did everything you thought you could do, you put it all out there, and it still wasn't enough, man. It's really frustrating to watch a guy walk away from you. 7-second lead with 9 to go. I expect it to be over 8 seconds by the end of it. Vern Bradley putting it on him tonight. The only laps he didn't lead were when he was on pit road. And yes, Nation, we will have to talk to him.
God damn it. I don't like talking to people. Especially Bert.
Thanks, Nation. I don't like talking to you either.
Well, I don't blame you.
I'll tell you what, I'll do the interview for Vern. All right, you don't have to talk at all.
I don't want to talk to Richard either.
I'm trying to think of something that you could do. Can you make random noises in the background?
Today.
Listen, I'm not supposed to do a lot of things that I do anyway.
But you're supposed to be here today.
That's, when I have obligations to do something, I typically don't do it because that means that I'm being told what to do, and I hate that.
Yeah, I'm kind of guilty of that as well.
So typically I get it in my head that I'm doing this out of the goodness of my own heart, even if it is smaller than most.
You don't even have any goddamn goodness in your heart. Shut the fuck up.
Well, I did, but then I met you.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
7 laps to go. Let's go through the field one more time here. Guess who's running 3rd place right now?
I have no idea. I'm looking at this tiny little screen.
Well, you see Richard Holland right here. He's in 2nd, 7.5 back. I'll give you a guess on who's running 3rd. Nick Gardner's no longer in 3rd.
Is it Ricky?
No, sir. That'd be the 63 of Glenn Jameson. Worked his way up into the top 3.
That's cool.
And he's got one hell of a gap behind him. Looks like he's going to sail it home 3rd as long as he keeps it off the wall. Hell of a race for Glenn tonight. Worked hard. He got up there in that top 3. I think I would give Glenn Jameson my vote for driver of the day. Look at him wheeling it off of 4, a little sideways, good driving.
Well, he's a good driver, man. He can wheel it.
He likes these long green flag runs, gives him a chance to string it out there, save those tires, and work on these boys, and he's done it tonight.
So you
4th
think
position.
we could actually have 3 weeks in a row with no caution?
I think we're going to have it, yeah. It looks like it.
That'd be cool.
6 laps to go. We're wrapping these things up before 10:30. I know everybody's thankful for that. Some of these races last season went all the way past midnight. Those get old quick when you're playing iPacing and not iRacing. That it's no fun.
That is no fun whatsoever.
5th position back here, Rick Fagone. So there's your top 5, 6th position. There he is right there. Hal Amy, last car in the lead lap. Burt Wilson in 7th place. 8th position, Blount. He'll be the last car on the track right now. Troy Cook. Oh, we got a car really close to the wall. He's strung it out there. I don't think there's a 6 on this. Well, there's still a 6 there. Burt Wilson is the lap down here. So actually, Blout's going to be running. No, Blout's a lap down as well. So these two kind of fighting, trying to get position. Let's go. The 3 cars out. Troy Cook, Tyler Booth, and Austin Wagner out of the race tonight. Had a little talk with Troy in the chat there. So first race back. We'll see you next week. He never answered though. Are you going to be racing the Wednesday night race or just the ARCA car?
I don't think he drives the truck.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. It'd be good to have him in the truck series too. Attendance has gone a little flat. We're getting about 13 to 14 drivers. Be good to have another one.
Because it's a fucking truck. Nobody wants to race a truck.
You know what? I race the truck and I love it.
I know you do.
It's the only vehicle big enough to put my face on it, so that's why I love it.
I am not even going to get into that conversation.
4 laps to go. Vern Bradley, 6 seconds, so he didn't string that lead out like I thought he would. I thought it'd be over 8. He has lost a little ground to the 31, but I don't think it's going to matter. Might have been backing it up a little bit. 3 laps to go now. Unless we have a dramatic change here, a caution or something ridiculous, I think Vern's pretty much got it wrapped up.
Probably.
Just Tuesday nights for now. Just Tuesdays for now. Oh, yeah. Wait till that addiction hits you, man. You'll miss it.
I know. And fuck you.
Oh, I wasn't talking about meth, Nation. Damn.
Oh,
I
you
was
have
talking.
any?
No, I don't. You see all these teeth? You think I got meth?
Damn it.
I mean, they're crooked and slightly yellow, but they're all there.
Aren't you the one getting braces or some shit?
Yeah, looking into it. I just got to work up the gumption to spend $3,800.
Well, I mean, I don't know how you could look better than you already do, but if it'll help, go ahead. See what I did there?
I appreciate I appreciate the compliment. I do.
I don't do that.
I think it was an accident. I think what you meant to say was, I don't know how you can make it any worse, but you go ahead and try.
Nah, dude, you're good in my book.
I tell you what, man, I'm just now starting to go to the gas station and not get carded, so I think the age is catching up to me. I don't know what,
Dude, my wife got carded 2 weeks ago, and she's 55.
Might be that I'm going to the same gas station a lot, too.
Is
You
there
might
hot
just know
chicks
me
that
at
work
this
there?
point. No, it's all dudes. Actually, there is one lady there.
Is she
Like,
hot?
Well, I'll put it to you this way. If tomorrow I woke up and all my shit was out in the front yard,
Oh, God, dude.
I wouldn't kick her out of bed for eating crackers. I'll put it to you that way.
Well, see, son of a... I knew you were going to say some shit like that. So we're going to have to talk to Vern?
Yeah, it's
Really?
looking that way. White flag is out, and Vern Bradley is in another time zone. Last straight
And then
away
we're
for
gonna
this
have
guy.
to talk to Richard after that?
Yeah, we're going to have to talk to Richard. Nick Gardner
Damn it.
fought his way back up in the top 3, so there's a pass there with 1 to go. I missed it there.
I don't
See if
mind talking to Nick. I just don't want to talk to Vern or Richard.
Let's see if Glenn can get back up there to this 18 and put some pressure on him into 3. I don't think he's going to have it. Nick Gardner looks like he's going to wrap it up in 3rd position.
Where the fuck did I put my cigarette?
So there it is, crossing the line. Vern Bradley, your winner tonight. The CheckerWon Manufacturing Brickyard.
He's
ARCA.
crossing the brickyard, yes.
Yes. Not to be mistaken with the 1909 configuration
Hey,
of this
fucker,
racetrack.
I'm from Indiana. But I've never been to that track, to be honest with you.
Yeah, you can see it. I forget the road that goes by, but you can see it. It's about as long as the freaking highway.
Dude, my fucking lighter just died.
No math for you.
Gonna be a long fucking night.
All right, so here he goes. He's going to burn it down. He's still winding it out like he's driving it, man. He's getting it down here on this front straightaway. He's going to do it quick.
Well, I'm sure he's happy.
Congratulations to Vern Bradley. Burning it down. And pop the top. Celebratory
right,
burnout.
Well, some of us has to work tonight, so. My goddamn ladder just died.
All right, we're going to go to staging. I'm going to put you guys on a commercial break while we get these drivers up here.
Cool.
Congratulations to Vern Bradley. We'll be right back.
And the race is going to go on. 119, Austin Wagner under battle from the 70 car, Burt Wilson. Burt Wilson's going to nose ahead. Oh my goodness, what a pass right there. Rise of the dead. The love, the hate, the sex, the truth, the jealousies that make us fools. Wake up this time. The joys, the chance, the life to lose. Our legacy is ours to choose. Redemption. We're coming to the white flag this time. Will they make it to the start-finish line all the way around the triangle here? They're there. We're 2 by 2 on the last lap. But there's a 0-0, an 18 car, 1 car, 31 car, and they're wrecking in the front. For the lead, here's the race right here. Nick Gardner, Richard Holland, Ryan Daniels. Ryan W. Daniels, the 0-0 car, crossing the start-finish line, winning the opener here.
All right, we're back. Brickyard. WFO's race winner tonight, Tuesday ARCA Series, Vern Bradley. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
Oh, you didn't
Man,
bring that motherfucker up here, did you?
Oh, I did. Nation advised
God
against
damn
it, but he doesn't like to talk to people. I don't know what his problem is tonight.
He's just, I guess he's not being very cooperative, Coop.
He's been
What's up,
social.
bud?
I pulled some reverse psychology on him to get him up here. Hey, I just got to say, you put on a clinic tonight, Vern. What the hell?
Well, I tell you, we came to a flat track, which was a plus for me. You know, I like these. You get to the corner and it's flat and you got to use brakes. I like that kind of stuff. But I'll tell you what, Richard Holland makes the guy have to have a perfect race, Coop. Period.
Yep.
And he gained on me on every pit stop, every single one. And he come in a lap sooner. and he just seemed like he got on pit road better. He didn't make no mistakes, and I had to drive that car for everything it had tonight.
Vern, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What's it like having that 31 in your mirror?
It feels a lot better than it does not being able to see him out your windshield because he's up so far, Nation.
He's a beast, man. I'd hate to have him in my mirror.
Yeah, he's been a beast all season, but he was never really close in my mirror except for the one time, and I had better tires, so I wasn't really worried.
So how are you doing these corners, man? I mean, it's like you were like a surgeon.
Well, you had to be. I mean that's what I'm saying. The only way on a race that when the green flag comes out, you don't have any caution flags. The only way to beat Richard Holland is to not make a mistake all night.
That's hard to do, man.
I had to stay perfect, and Macaulay, I got to give him a bunch of credit. He cheerleaded me on the whole time, and he spotted for me and crew chief for me, and he did a hell of a job, and it worked out for us.
Well, congratulations, dude. I'm happy you won, man. I mean, that's really awesome.
Yeah, it looked good out there, man. It feels
good.
And you know I don't say that.
I'll tell you, Nation, I got to thank you for everything you do, man, not just for WFO, but the paint on this car. How good does it look to have the Country Time car out there doing that?
He was just saying he didn't like it. He just said he didn't like it.
I don't like it.
It looked good out there.
It's Country Time Lemonade, Nation.
Yeah,
I don't like that.
Country Time car. I just have to make you a different one.
Oh, we can get a different one. Go look up Neil Bonnet's old Country Time paint scheme. I like that one.
Okay, we'll do that.
So we can do that. But, man, it was an awesome race. And my hat's off to Richard Holland, Nick Gardner, too. He worked a little bit different strategy, but Holland gave it everything he could. And I knew I had to be perfect to beat him, and that was the difference.
Yeah, see, that's the hard part is beating Richard Holland. That guy he's surgical when he gets on any track.
Yeah, you really have to up your game. You got to step your game up. And it just so happened to work out that Indy's, the corners are flat, and I think that made a ton of difference. That boosted my confidence up. I was fast in practice, qualified on the pole, and then won the race.
Yep, it looked good, man. It looked good all the way through.
$5, right?
Owe me $5 for what?
I think you owe Coop $5 because you probably betted them $5 I wasn't going to hang on.
Yeah, I might have said that. Fuck you.
Well, I see how you are, Nation. But it's okay. I know Nation lost his confidence in me, but I think that's win number 2 on this season, Nation. We
did see you get really loose. We went back and watched a replay of it. I think it was getting close to pit road time, and that thing looked like it was getting loose as hell. The pressure was on, but you held through. Great race for you from start to finish. Started on the pole, ran. The only laps you didn't lead was when you pitted. I just want to throw that out there. And you were in another time zone the whole race, so congratulations, man. Well deserved. Thank you, guys. And real quick, I just want to thank all the fans out there that tune in week in and week out. Good to see Troy Cook back and out on the racetrack. Some of his family come into YouTube, I'm sure. So nice to have them all back on the stream.
Yes, they did.
Thank you, Coop, for everything you do, man. Broadcasting Nation, for you coming up and helping out, not just him, but me, and working on overlays and drawing pretty pictures. That's what you do best.
That's all I can do is draw pretty pictures.
But
and I don't even know how fucking pretty they are.
Other than that, Country Time, Michael McCauley, you guys, the sponsor was perfect tonight. CheckerWon, ARCA series, phenomenal. All the guys at WFO Racing League, Hal Amy, all those guys. And that's it. That's all my thank yous. All right, man. Well, hey, take care. We'll see you tomorrow night. You'll be in the broadcast booth with Nation, and hope you enjoy the show. Yep, I'll definitely tune into it and watch it, and I know you guys always do a great job, Coop, so thank you, guys. 10-4, buddy. That was your race winner tonight, Vern Bradley. We're going to catch you up with your second-place finisher here. Work our way down pit road.
Richard Holland?
We got to talk to Richard Holland.
God damn.
You never somebody didn't like talking to people. You sure hijacked that interview, bud.
No, I didn't. It's Vern.
You can do it on this one too if you'd like.
No, go ahead.
We caught up with him on pit road. 31 Richard Holland, your second place finisher tonight. Richard, you got a copy?
I got you, Coop.
Oh, buddy, you gave her all she had. I think you poured it all out there, and it's still, man, it was frustrating to watch, but it just wasn't enough. That 114 was tough to beat tonight.
Yeah, Vern was fast. We didn't have nothing for him. I'd like to have seen a caution so we could have been on the same tires. That first run, I was kind of behind Troy and Nick, and once I got around them, I kind of was able to even out with Vern a little bit, and then we pitted the same time the first time, and then after that, I kind of short pitted him by one. I didn't think I could come around. I didn't think I could make it around again, so I pitted. I'm not sure if I could have or what. I mean, obviously I must have been able to because Vern and them guys did. And then we got a little off sequence, and he had a lap fresher tires than me, and I just battled to keep him, in sight without losing him any more than that. And
yeah.
And then the last stop, he actually short pitted me, and that was my plan. I was going to pit when he pitted, so I just tried something different, and there's nothing I could do. He was fast.
Yeah, he forced the hand on that last pit stop. We were wondering how that was going to shake out, who was going to pit first, and we established splitting the run might be the best way to go, and Vern came down with 17 left or 16 left, and it was just like, well, there you go. Now we got it made your bed for you. It's you had to do what you had to do.
Yeah, that was my strategy. Like I said, I was going to pit that lap, and when I saw him pit, I was like, fuck. So I just kind of figured I'll do something different. I don't know. I was hoping that I didn't lose quite that much ground to him, and maybe if I had a couple laps fresher tires, that would help, but they didn't.
No. I think the main problem was that the fall off in these tires was good second and a half. 10 laps in, you were falling off a second, and when you stayed out those 2 laps that you did, he probably made up 5-6 tenths easily.
Yep. Oh yeah, if not more.
So it's a tough racetrack in its own. We had some guys that have just come back to the league, like Troy Cook, and seeing them guys struggle here tonight. But we had some guys that finished well out of it. Glenn Jameson put on a hell of a race tonight. Nick Gardner was up there in the top 3 the whole time, and Glenn was giving him a run for his money. Hal Amy got a 6th place finish tonight, so good for him. It's just a tough place to come to. You never know what you're going to get.
Yeah, it's definitely a hard place to race. It's unique, and it's tough to get around these corners and get around them without being loose or clipping the apron or hitting the wall on the exit's the biggest thing. And, and sometimes you get so focused on that your lap times get off a little bit. But I don't know. It's such a unique place. It's hard to get around sometimes, I think. But no, we had a good run. I mean, we pretty much ran second the whole race, and like I said, I couldn't do anything with Vern, but he was fast. He earned it, that's for sure. And congratulations to him getting the win, and happy for my guys. I mean, all these guys on the team here, they all ran strong tonight and had a decent finish. And like I said, Troy coming back. Actually, Troy was pretty strong in the beginning of the race, and then he kind of fell off a little bit. And I think he said something about he clipped the grass coming off the pit road, so that kind of screwed him.
Penalty. Yeah.
Yep. So that's too bad, but no, he had a good run going though.
Yeah, for sure, man. And it's like he said, caution free tonight. It was hard to recover for something like that, clipping that apron. And kudos to you guys for going caution free. It's back to back in this week in this series, and I think we're gonna do it again tomorrow night. So I'll see you in the truck series, man. You got anybody you'd like to thank?
Aside from me.
Aside from Nation, yeah, yeah. Aside from him, I mean, for obvious reasons, yeah, just the guys on the team. I mean, like I say, every week we try to work together, help each other out, whatever it is, anything, So we work well together, and it's a lot of fun to race with these guys, and appreciate it. And Nick Gardner comes in, races with us a lot, and he's a good guy. We like racing with him, so. And you guys for doing the broadcast, Coop and Nation, when you show up,
Oh, shut up.
But no, it's a lot of fun. Appreciate it, and we appreciate it when you do show up, Nation. We like having you.
We'll also like to throw this out there for you. The people have spoken in the chat. You're driver of the day tonight, so kudos to the votes, and you got the people on your side for the race tonight.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Like I say every week, we really appreciate them guys coming out, supporting the league, supporting us, watching the races, and actually watching every lap and voting for us and rooting for us, and it really does mean a lot. And so, yeah, just
So how'd you
appreciate it.
do it? How were you able to single-handedly steal all of Hal Amy's fans away? This is back to back now. I'm starting to notice a trend. It seems like
Because he's Richard Holland. That's why he does it.
originally they were all about the 3, but then they added a 1 to it, and now I don't know what to say about it.
31.
I think Hal's putting them up to it, but he's got them there voting for us, and I think he knows that their support means a lot, and we got a chance to run strong and win races and compete for a championship here. And I think Hal just puts them on me there, and he knows their support means a lot to me and a lot to us, and maybe if anything helps us race a little bit better, or whatever. So I think Hal's putting them up to it, but we appreciate it.
Well, maybe that's just the mental fix that somebody needs. Maybe that'll push me over the edge. I don't know. If I could just finish a damn race, run the whole thing. Don't
Well,
just run up to lap 90.
It's tough to do when these things go green wire to wire. We talk about it each week. It doesn't take much of an incident to set you back.
One mistake.
And then you can't recover. Yep, that's right.
One
Whether
mistake.
it's on pit road or whatever, one mistake, sets you back and you just can't recover from it.
Yep, that's what Vern was saying. He flat out told us right at the start of the interview that that 31 makes you have to run a perfect race. And that's what you got to do. If you're going to win, you got to be the most perfect guy on the racetrack. If it goes green the whole way, there's no coming back. So kudos for keeping him within the same time zone, though. I think you guys are in the same time zone.
Yes.
About 6.5, I think, at the finish. So tough track. We'll see you tomorrow night in the Truck Series. You got anything else for him?
I think we'll be solid. We'll see what happens. I haven't really turned a lap in the truck, but I think it's a little bit snug. I think so. We'll see. That might favor us. I don't know. We'll see. I think we'll be strong though. We'll go get them.
10-4, buddy. All right, man. Well, I'm sending you back down to HRM. Enjoy that second place, and we'll see you tomorrow night.
We'll do, man. Thanks, guys.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Richard.
That was your second place finisher tonight. We're working our way on down pit road here. Nick Gardner in the 18. Got the Camping World Truck Series sponsor on the front of that thing. Let's bring him up here. Nick Gardner, you got a copy, buddy?
I got you, man.
All righty. We're going to turn Nick up a little bit. I know his audio is a little bit low. That's on me. Nick, we saw these guys in different strategies, and one guy in particular just running the field, but you kind of pulled out there on that last stint. Were you hoping for a caution? I kind of was wondering if you were going to try to stretch that fuel run as far as you could, try to make it to the end.
Yeah, I mean, I was probably about I was 10 laps short for sure, but it was just such a long race, and everybody was kind of, for the most part, on the same strategy within like 2 laps of each other. I just decided, hey, why not? I just decided to stay out. I knew obviously I wanted at least a top 5 or top 3, really. And I saw behind me Ricky and Glenn pitted, so I'm like, well, Glenn pitted, so I knew I had a little bit of time, and then Ricky pitted. I'm like, well, now I only have 2 laps, because if I wait too long, then those guys are going to be too far ahead that I won't be able to pass them back. So I ended up pitting, I think 10 or 11 to go, and yeah, a caution would have been nice just to kind of regroup and see what you got, but for the most part, I think where everyone finished was pretty much where everyone's speed was, really. So, but I'll take it. Not one of my best tracks, so I kept it clean all night and did what I needed to do.
We saw some good battles. We've seen some good battles back there from 3rd to about 5th position. You and Glenn Jamison battling it out there with about 5 to go. Glenn was actually able to get ahead of you there at the start of the last stint, and we were kind of wondering what was going to happen. You were able to put it on him there and get back into 3rd. So would you say Glenn was pretty good, solid night? Both of you guys were about the same speed.
No, we were because I was looking at my relatives as far as how far back he was, and like he would gain a little bit, and then I would gain a little bit, and we'd like one lap would be the same, it wouldn't change. So it was all about how you drive the corners and your exit of the corners. That's how you gain the speed at these racetracks. Because if you especially Indy. Like if you overdrive it, then you get tied up off. If you back your corner up but try to get back in the gas too soon, she wants to snap on you. So it's really about consistency. And Glenn was right there, man. I just knew after I pitted. I knew with how late I pitted, I knew he would be in front of me. It was just all a matter of how far away and if I could catch him. So I was really pushing it there at the end to get to him, and I caught him. So coming to the white, I got him there.
Yeah, we were able to see that last lap pass, and it looked pretty good on the broadcast. We didn't see a lot of action. 71 laps led by Vern Bradley tonight. You want to tell me, like, what was that guy doing differently? What do you think you could have changed to get him?
I believe what's the word I call it? Experience. I believe that's it. The dude's been doing it way too long.
Exactly.
And right when you think he's hung it up, he still comes back out and races with us, which is cool, because I feel like when he comes out, we can always learn a lot from him. And this kind of track, it's more about where you brake and where you get back on the throttle, so it's kind of hard to see that. But like when you go to the higher bank mile and a half, I feel like that's important because Vern is like a type of person you want to be able to follow in the corner, see how much they're arcing it, see how far they're driving it deep in the corner before they, coast up the track, or that kind of stuff. And I feel like those kind of tracks are important, to be able to learn from somebody like Vern at those tracks. Indy, not so much. It's just flat, not much banking, and you can't really tell where they're braking, where they're getting the gas, and so forth. He was definitely doing it right. I know every time I've ever raced with him here, he's normally like top three every time. So congratulate him on his dominating win. So for a second there, he had every single lap led, and then when he pitted, I stayed out that one lap because I knew I could make it one more round. So I was happy I was at least able to lead at least one, so he wouldn't at least completely obliterate us there. And then he decided to split his fuel run in half there at the end. So it worked out. Led like 10 laps, got 0x for the night. So I'll take it.
Well, congratulations, man, Nick. It looked good out there. It was a tough one. A lot of guys got frustrated early in the race, and so to be able to be that consistent, stay out there and run the whole thing, that's a challenge in itself, really.
It is. I mean, you run into these racetracks, and some people kind of bounce out. It's kind of almost like a road course race. Like you're not looking forward to it, but you run it, and then like once you're running it, you're not that good, you're not that fast, and you just pull down pit road and park it for the night. And you know, I really, really try to tell myself I very rarely do that because you're not gonna learn how to run the racetrack unless you finish the race. So no matter how terrible I am, I just try to finish it out. And this is a racetrack that I'm not very great at, so I did learn a lot. Um, I think I know it wasn't really that exciting with not a lot of passing and stuff, but I feel like with the consistency in this league with green flag runs and not really any cautions, I feel like it'll bring even better racing when we show up to the next race, like Dover. I feel like that's gonna put a pretty good race on for the viewers and everybody else. Um, so yeah, you'll have races like this, but hey, it's part of it, right?
Yep, man. We'll see
You're
you.
good jobs.
We'll see you at Dover next week. You racing the trucks tomorrow?
I am not. I race elsewhere on Wednesday nights.
10-4. Well, hey, we'll see you next week and CheckerWon ARCA series. Appreciate you coming out tonight. Great finish. You got anybody you want to thank before we let you go?
Yeah. Number one foremost, just like to thank my wife for giving up her time with me and letting me come on here and race. It's pretty cool. I'll be able to come in here and spend time with people that I don't really know, but I know through iRacing, so that's pretty cool. Obviously, I think you and Nation, you guys do a great job in the broadcast, killing it. This is my first time back in probably a season and a half or so, and nothing's really changed. Besides just how good you guys do in the booth and uh, more creative ways, you know, things to talk about for viewers to learn from and everything else. So I think you guys kill that. And also Vern and Hal and everybody else that puts in their time and effort for all of us in this league at WFO.
All right, man. Couldn't said
Well,
it better
thank you, dude.
myself.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
All right, take care. All right, that was Nick Gardner, your third place finisher tonight. Hey, man, it was a caution-free race, Nation, all the way through.
Yes,
We
it
had a
was.
dominating performance by Vern Bradley. Tomorrow night, 9 p.m., we're going to race the Truck Series, and it's going to be some of the same names, some new names. Got a lot of racing action. Don't miss it, guys. Tune in to the Wicked Wednesday Truck Series. Hal Amy Contracting sponsoring that series. From everybody at WFO, Nation 01, Mr. Bojangles, Bradley Cooper, Vern Bradley, signing off this night. Have a
Let's
good
get
one.
the fuck out of here.
Take care, guys.
And the race is going to go on. 119, Austin Wagner under battle from the 70 car, Burt Wilson. Burt Wilson's going to nose ahead. Oh my goodness, what a pass right there.
Coming to the white flag this time. Will they make it to the start-finish line all the way around the tri-oval here? They're there. We're 2 by 2 on the last lap. But there's a 0-0, an 18 car, 1 car, 31 car, and they're wrecking in the front. For the lead, here's the race right here. Nick Gardner, Richard Holland, Ryan Daniels. Ryan W. Daniels, the 0-0 car, crossing the start-finish line, winning the opener here.